Hello, everybody. Hope all of y'all are having a good day today. It's Saturday morning here in the Philippines, or almost Saturday afternoon. Hey, got a got a female dog in heat over here, and all the boy dogs from all over the mountain are here, and nobody was arguing or fussing until I come out here to record a video. 2 days ago, Lynn and I were the guest speakers in Tangub City, and our message that we gave was the joy in our journey. And so it was really cool to get up there with. I always love working with Lynn. She's who God partnered me up with, and when the Spirit works through both of us, and we work as one unit, it's like we're one but two, and it's hard to explain, but it's just the whole time we're up speaking together and doing that, it's almost like the whole time I'm covered in goosebumps. So I always know that that's the Holy Spirit whenever that happens. So anyway, we finished up with that, and we still have one more family bonding day set for the year 2024, this last month of December, and so we've already purchased about $400 worth of towels. We had an extra 50 people the other day we give towels to, so we had to go get 50 more yesterday, so we could get our count back up to 200. But anyway, we're just kind of taking the day just to kind of relax a little bit, because we've got to go gather all the supplies, the food, and everything for the care packs, and so we can end in 2024. I know I promised you guys that I was going to try to get to work on that teaching about the honeybees and the hornets, and I promise I'm I'm working on it. It's just it's pretty in depth, and it's like I'm still receiving stuff from time to time about it, and I just want to wait until I know it's time to do it. I don't know about you guys, but here lately, and I've heard a couple of other people say it as well. One of my close friends, David, was telling me about what he's going through, but it seems like for the past couple of weeks, it's like you're just exhausted. You just feel like you just want to nap all the time, take naps. Like, we have lots and lots of work to do here on Future Love Mountain, and I managed to be able to do it, but it's like, it's a struggle, man. You got to work hard to push through it, to do it, and because all you want to do is nap, and I don't know if it's God just kind of wanting us to rest up or something, to get us ready for something coming or what, but anyway, I didn't know if the rest of you guys were kind of feeling that or whatever. I know back in 2019, I took a trip back to America. I was in America for 4 months. That's the only time I've been to America in 8 years. And I went back. I was looking for sponsors for Future Love. And anyway, it was a dry run. None of them churches wanted to help me out, because they just don't understand the stuff I talk about. But anyway, I got there, and I did get to meet my good friend David in person when I was there, so not just off Facebook and Messenger, so that was good. And but I remember Lynn would call me, and she just had this urgency, like, you need to come home, and I felt that same urgency. It's like, I got to get back. I need to get back home. And then shortly after I got back home, I think it was around the 1st of November in 2019, you started seeing little stories trickle out of China about the big C word, And I knew immediately. I just, that Holy Spirit sense, the Spidey sense, Spider-Man, I just knew something was up with that. And I started immediately telling Lynn and them, hey, this is going to be big. And I knew they were going to bring something and try to make everybody take it too. I just knew that. And but anyway, I felt that, like this is going to turn into something. And I know for the past few weeks, they've really been trying to distract folks with this shooter You know, the one that shot that CEO for United Healthcare or something like that. It's like the news was dominated with that. And I mean, yeah, it's a big story, but it wasn't that big. And then all of a sudden I started seeing people, just regular people like you and I on YouTube, posting videos about these lights in the sky they're seeing, you know, and I was like, you know, there's something to this. And, you know, some of those boom sounds, you know, you've been seeing videos about the boom sounds for years and years now. I'm finding that a lot of the stuff that I was looking into when I very first became born again, I've kind of left it, and now it's like I'm coming back around to it. It's all coming into play now. And then, you know, before you know it, you're seeing all these stories now on lights in the sky on the news, and it's like the government's like, it's really nothing, it's no big deal, but it's like they're really trying to put our attention on this thing, and I've got that same vibe about what I had with the Big C, you know, hearing stories first start trickling out. And I don't know what this is all about, but I know something big is about to happen. They're going to do something with this. And, you know, I was just, sometimes I think about stuff just to entertain myself. You know, we don't have a lot of the comforts of home that people do in the West, so I don't sit down and watch a lot of television and things like that. And the signal, for the most part, the Wi-Fi signal is not good enough for me to watch videos or anything. So I take that time just to meditate, just to, you know, sit and just commune with God. And, you know, whenever I first became born again, I was obsessed with sacred geometry. You know, I was really, it's like I had all these images popping up in my head when I would try to sleep at night, during the day. And I had, you know, I'm not a painter or an artist or anything, but I did the best I could making that stuff, you know, painting. And, you know, a lot of people are you know, they talk about the cube, Metatron's cube and stuff. And this is part of the teaching that I got the other day with the honeybees. But, you know, they think that the cube is evil, you know. Well, the cube represents the three-dimensional world, and the cube in itself, you know, the mathematics that make up the cube, the lines and the symmetry of it all, the geometry of it all and everything, it's not evil. It's what men have done with the cube that made it evil, because they started worshiping what was within the cube and the cube itself instead of the creator. All right, but the cube itself is not bad. And I remember a lot of that stuff that I was, you know, drawn to draw and paint was the cube, and then really the 8-pointed star, the Merkaba. All right, the you know, Merkaba in Hebrew means the light, the spirit light body, something like that. And it's actually what the chariots of fire were, you know, when Elijah was taken up. And then I believe it was Elisha who was with his servant, and the enemies were all around him, and the servant was freaking out. And Elisha prayed, and he said, Lord, please open up his eyes so he'll see that there's more of them, more of us than there is of them. And his servant's eyes were open, and he saw the hills were full of chariots and horses of fire, you know, kind of like in Joel chapter 2 and stuff. And, you know, that's those chariots. And I was just kind of entertaining the thought the other day that those lights that everybody's seeing in the sky, maybe that's our chariots. Each and every one of our chariots that are getting ready to come to us because we're fixing to go into battle. You know, it's our Merkaba. I was just entertaining that thought. I mean, because I know our chariot, our Merkaba, is around us. But anyway, I just thought it was kind of strange because, like I say, the past, you know, few weeks or so, I've just kind of been remembering, you know, them old paintings and stuff that I made, and some of the stuff that I was, back when I lived in the States and had good Wi-Fi, you know, I was looking into a lot of things, just kind of getting some knowledge of stuff. And, you know, it's like I'm revisiting all that. And it's like this, I don't know if it's connected with the lights in the sky or if it's connected with this teaching that God has given me about the honeybees, because of their the honeycombs or the hexagon, you know, and the eyes of bees are compound eyes, and each little cell of their eye is a hexagon. And you know, I I'm gonna get that video for you guys soon, I promise. It's just I want it to be crystal clear, and I don't want to halfway do a video. So whenever I get it all put together, I will. And so anyway, it'll probably be after we get all the supplies and everything gathered for this last family bonding. But anyway, been feeling kind of run down. It's like just like there's something going on, and I've just got that sense that they're distracting us with something, but I don't know what they're trying to distract us from. But I know everything that we do, we've got to stay focused on love. That's the love conquers all. Love is the most powerful weapon in the world. So no matter what they try to throw at us here in the end, because I think maybe that's why they're acting like they don't care. Or it's like, you know, it's not really a big deal. It's like, because I think they know their end is coming, and they don't really care. I remember when I first got born again, and I started looking into all this stuff, there was some supposed insiders at the Department of Defense, and they were saying that the latest buzz in the hallways, people were saying that the ancient gods of old were returning. And at the time, you know, myself and other people were thinking, well, they're talking about the Anunnaki. The Anunnaki are coming back, you know, the old Persian gods and stuff, and the fallen ones. But then I got to thinking, you know, I believe that millennial reign has already happened, that our history that we're told is a lie, and that the old world, you know, with the cathedrals, with the sacred geometry and the bells, the world was full of bells that had healing in them. You know, all these things that they called temples and stuff like that weren't really temples for religion. They were healing stations. And Jesus said, "You are gods. I've told you that you are gods." And I believe that we were here ruling and reigning during that time. We are the gods of old, and empowered by Christ, because there's nothing godly about us, but we were empowered by Christ. And I think now maybe that's what they're talking about, and we're about to come back and take hold of our reign again, and because Satan has had his time. And I think that's why they just don't act, you know, it's like, I don't care. Yeah. Because it is our time to come back. I'm getting that feeling, and maybe that's why I've been drawn back to the Merkabahs and stuff like that, because, you know, a cube, when you open up a cube, it's the cross. And, you know, Jesus give us the keys to this place to break us free from this prison cell, this cube, to open it up. All right, and you know, maybe this, I know my body is tired. My body is tired. I know I'm getting older. I'm 57, almost 58 years old, but my body's getting tired, and I don't think we were meant to feel our weight and our bones and our joints and stuff like that. And maybe we're about to turn that key, that final twist, and open this cube up, and we're going to be back in the image that God originally made us. And yeah, I'm hoping that's it. Anyway, just me doing a little talking, a little thinking, and thinking out loud. I pray you guys have a good weekend, and I promise you, Lord willing, I'm going to get something done on that video, and about the honeybees, and I'll share it with you as soon as I get it done. I love you guys. God bless you all.